Hello, I wanted to share a project from the last few days. This part of the garden is a bit of a wilderness. It's beautiful, but it doesn't have much structure and there's no obvious way through it. Plus it's on a slope, so it can be quite treacherous too. And you wouldn't know it, but there's a pond in the middle. I wanted to open it up and make it more accessible, but without changing its character. And so I've spent a few days building a path. No concrete or plastic or metal. Everything's organic and from other parts of the garden. And this is how it's ended up. Quite hard work, I have to say, but the end result looks good, to me at least. Comments welcome, I think. And it was a good reason to spend some time away from the laptop screen. To start with, there were some low branches of this conifer which were blocking the route and also blocking the view of where the path was going to run. I wanted to be able to look down the path from where we're looking now. That's some of them gone. I ended up taking a few more off later. It's one of those tasks where it can be quite difficult to stop. You have to stand back and check you're not going too far. The next step was to get some materials to line the path. Otherwise, whatever the path's made from is going to gradually spread out and disappear. Plus, some substantial edges give the path more visual impact. Another branch, couldn't resist. I'm quite lucky in that at the bottom of the garden there's a huge pile of logs, and I thought these would be great for lining the path. Not only do they serve a functional role, but they provide habitats for all sorts of insects, including stag beetles. And a few years ago I found some stag beetle larvae in rotting wood here in the garden, which showed that this isn't just a theory, they really are out there. With a few logs dragged up, the next task was to arrange them. You can just about see that I've laid out some material in between the logs, and this is where the wood chipper comes in. I got this chipper a few years ago. If I was going to relive the decision-making process, I'd probably get a slightly bigger one if I could afford it. This one works well. It's quite hard work to feed the branches in, and a bigger shredder would, I think, have a bigger appetite and guzzle items in more readily. Branches, not my hands, please. These are just the branches from the conifer we saw earlier. Nowhere near enough for the whole path, but fortunately there was plenty more material to come, and we'll get to that shortly. Once the chippings have been collected up, they form the path. They will rot down. The path isn't going to last forever without new material being added, but that's fine. There's no shortage of material to shred, and no shortage of branches or logs to add to the sides. Ultimately, the way I see it is you're not putting anything artificial in the ground, it's all natural, and the trade-off is that it'll decompose over time. Because parts of the path are on a slope, in some places the logs forming the sides need fixing in place. And for that I've used wooden stakes as pegs. Earlier I mentioned there was some more material for the chippings, and here it is. It's an overgrown Leylandii hedge which I've been meaning to deal with for a while. This is a good time of year to cut Leylandii. It's early May. I do it in the growing season to avoid, or at least minimise, the risk of brown patches being left behind. All this cutting generated a large pile of branches for the shredder. What's quite interesting about these chippings is that after a day or so, the decomposition process makes them quite warm. You can really feel it, and they're great for mixing into the compost heap if they're not going onto a path. I won't show you all the shredding. It's probably more fun doing it than watching it, but eventually all those branches provided enough material to fill out the entire length of the path. And this is what it looks like now. Next, I'll try and add a few shade-loving, shade-tolerant plants around the edge. Maybe some maples, which will be happy not getting full sun. I think this video is probably long enough, so I'll leave it there for now, and adding trees can be for another time. As ever, thanks for watching, and catch you soon.